What's up, guys? 2 seconds, I just gotta. Oh shit. Alright. Just gotta make the tweet. Me? My cat is tweaking. How are y'all doing? Let me just make the quick tweet. And we're good. We're gonna do a quick recap of my trade that I just took. And also gonna do a backtesting, quick backtesting session. Good shit, Amos. Appreciate you, bro. I have also I recorded the trade, you know, so it was a pretty good trade. 2 seconds, just trying to look for that thumbnail for the tweet. Alright, boom, and we're good. Alright, let's go. What's up, guys? Let me just get my cat out of here. Chill out, bro. I muted shit, my fault. I thought I muted myself back then. Alright. Yeah, so that's gonna be a quick one. You know, I didn't even plan to go live right now. Let me just say it in my Discord. Most people come from here. All right. So, 2 seconds. I must don't be late. I'm not gonna be late, bro. Trust, I got you. All right, guys. So, wait, the cam is all fucked up, but all right. So the trade that I took was this one, pretty much based on. It was like a bigger picture play based on the 5-minute chart. You know, not really an inversion play. But let me do the top-down analysis. So right here on the daily chart, all right, we are bullish. Why am I bullish? Because the previous close is bullish and we just broke above this buy side liquidity pool. So I knew I was bullish, all right? So then scaling down to the 4-hour. 4-hour chart, we have a 4-hour order block right here. And then what happened when we tap this 4-hour order block, you can also see that it's not just an order block, it's an order block paired with a fair value gap. All right, so we have a fair value gap inside this order block. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, this is possibly a strong order block. And also, if you can see, let's say I take my fib from this swing high to the swing low. Look at where we are on the fib level. All right, we are super deep into that discount of that leg here on the higher time frame. So, you know, this is where you would want to look for a long. So this is all a little bit subjective. You know, this is how you do your top-down analysis. But really what I liked about this is the fact that when we tapped into this 4-hour order block, we tapped it and we couldn't close below the previous candle's low. So we were rejecting the previous candle's low plus that order block. And also we had this internal fair value gap, all right? This internal fair value gap, which acts as a magnet. This is the next video that I'm going to show you guys. But basically when you form internal fair value gaps and you just swept some sort of liquidity, this is where you would want to engage to scalp internal range liquidity, all right? So let's say in this case, the 4-hour couldn't close below this previous candle's low. It wicked, closed back inside the range, and we had a gap above us. Plus, we were reacting to that 4-hour order block, 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour breaker block. Nothing, we couldn't close below any PD array here that were bullish, all right? So I have, in some ways, by looking at what's getting disrespected on the higher time frame, I can have a pretty clear bias. Then I scale down to those lower time frames, which is on the 1 hour, and then I see that I have this swing low here and I just swept it. So the 7 a.m. low. So I swept some sort of sell side liquidity. All right, that's good. Then I scale down to the 5-minute chart and I have a sweep of liquidity, then a breaker block. And as soon as I have that, then this is my confirmation that I will possibly, you know, this is possibly the only entry that I'm going to get in order for us to come back towards that 4-hour gap. That's pretty much it. So that's not a trade that you guys are usually, you know, you guys don't really see me take those kind of trades. Let's say if you're just from the YouTube, if you're from, let's say my Discord, you know I take those kind of trades, but you can use more than one entry model to find your drawn liquidity. You just need to find an accurate way to read the chart. And this time, let's say I use the top-down analysis, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily chart, and then scale down to the 5-minute, and I found my bias, you know. So that was why I took that trade. So as you guys can see right here, I'm at my net P&L on the day is 3,683, and because I made a mistake when I entered on the first one, I did not copy trade with all my accounts, so I was in 10 cons with one account, so this could have been really bad. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there any questions on that? If not, you know, I could just immediately start with the backtesting. That could be good. You know, it's not going to be a long live, but you know, I wanted to still go live even if it's a bank holiday. This was in some sort of ways a light risk trade. I trailed my stop pretty aggressively. So what happened was that, let's say when price, I'm just gonna go here and you guys will see my execution, but I entered 2 contracts right here. Okay, so my first 2 contracts I entered right there, and then once price dig down into this wick, I added 1 more. But what I did was that I had my stop loss right here, okay, below the swing low. But once price wigged this level and started to displace back to the upside and formed that breaker, I trailed my stop loss right below this low. And then when we displaced above this high right here, when we were trading right here, I put down my stop loss right below this low here. So all the way during that trade, even if I entered I entered 3 contracts, but even if I entered 3 contracts, I still knew we were in a bank holiday, so I was trailing pretty aggressively. That's pretty much it. So I was trailing aggressively, and I wouldn't have taken a a full-size loss if it wasn't, let's say, for price to just displace down aggressively from like 0.6 to 10.10 during the macro. But that's pretty much it. Like I think I managed this trade pretty well. 10 cons on a 150k. No, on the first trade that I took, I did not have my copy trader. I did not have my copy trader well set. So once I had that, I made that mistake basically. I had to get out of the trade, which this is why I have a loss of 200 bucks, if you can see. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, I have my next video coming in today. Pretty good video. So no entries long we're taking right now. No. The market is going to, I think, let's say you have most of the time a move from like 9:30 to 10:30, but after that, let's say the volume is dying. So, but I'm still pretty surprised that we did not fill this 4-hour gap. We held this this volume imbalance right here, which is crazy, but I mean, yeah. So all right, when the markets are closing, it's closing at 1 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we're gonna do like pretty quick backtesting session, because I have to go in like 30 minutes. So let's do it. What do you guys want me to backtest? For real, I could do anything. But do you guys want me to backtest, let's say, let me see if I can go on FX replay. Wait. I'll go on FX replay. Not FX replay, on Tradezilla. I'll go on Tradezilla and do a backtesting session on here. Wait. It doesn't let me. Damn. But you know what? I'm just gonna take this and go like here. Boom. Alright, backtesting, and we're just gonna keep going with what we did last time. Basically, that's what we're gonna do. So backtesting right here, and then I'll just put it here. Bruh. that serious? Wait. Alright. That should be good. No. Perfect. What copy trader do I use? Basically what happened with my copy trader is that my PC, I upgraded my PC and then I bought an SSD, and as soon as I bought that, then you know I lost everything on the I lost everything basically when it comes to the copy trader and Replicanto. Like I need to rebuy it for some reason. It doesn't detect my device anymore. So that's pretty tough, not gonna lie. But yeah, so let's go here, do RTH, and then 9:30. 1 minute. Wait, am I RTH? Oh no, I'm at ETH. Yeah, RTH. But yeah, so right now I'm using the Tradeify trade copier, you know, which is pretty decent in some ways. Like it's not bad. I really like it actually. When you're executing from the chart, it's so easy. I think it's easier than Replicanto, and it has less lag because it's straight up immediately on Tradeify. Now I'm just gonna do some backtesting freestyle. All right. From what you guys are gonna learn from next video. But basically what I'm showing y'all in the next video that I have for y'all is that if when you create a fair value gap, an internal fair value gap, you need to scalp it basically. Like if you have buy side, let's say you have buy side right here, and then you have sell side formed, you just need to mark out your buy side and your sell side. And when you sweep that buy side, you need to see if you swept that buy side by looking at 15-minute fair value gaps, all right? And if you swept that buy side aggressively and you displace through that buy side, then what you will want to do is find signs of weakness to trade back inside the 15-minute gap. So from external range liquidity into internal range liquidity. So that's pretty much it. So let's say in this case, like you have this high and you have an internal gap right here. If you find signs of weakness as soon as you start displacing down from that candle, this is possibly a good short. Even if it's an inverse or whatever you want. This is a 5-minute. I don't know if the 5 is not going to close right now. No. Could be a quick scalp here, a good quick scalp. Trim 75, stop loss, break even. Alright, that was a good quick scalp here based on that breaker. Usually, like, let's say you have you swept buy side, you're tapping into a 15-minute fair value gap, 15-minute order block, you're rejecting the previous candle's high, you have a breaker and an order block, boom, and then right here if I scale down to the 2, you have also a paired fair value gap here. This is usually strong enough in terms of order flow to break the new low, like the most recent low. So that was the scalp. What is this? July 11th. Oh, 2018. Bro, we're doing 2018 price action right now. I don't think inversions are gonna work that well though. I actually don't think so. But we're gonna see. So value gap's possibly really strong. Yeah. Oh shit. I did not even see if there was any questions. How old are you? How old do I look? Actually, how old do I look? I think I look, I could look younger than I actually am. But I'm not young, I'm not old whatsoever at all. So far back in time, yeah, bro, I have no idea why I was in 2018, actually. But let's see if we can read something. We can have a few reads here. Time is at 34. We just inverse that gap. If you can pull back to it. Couldn't pull back to it. What is it? 41. $42. Almost like it go down here. I'll wait for the next train. Ooh, that doesn't look bad. That's on the 3, that doesn't look bad. I don't know if that 3 is closing, I don't exactly know, but boo. But let's say here, like, alright, I'm gonna tell you guys one thing is that let's say there is a gap. Let's say there's a 15-minute gap right here, and then this candle got squeezed. So you had a resweep of that low. So in this right here, in this trade that I just took right here in 2018, what happened right here, sorry, was that we had the sweep of that 15-minute low into this 15-minute gap. So I know there's a lot of buyers inside this gap. Then next thing I want to look for is if we have a leg that created the sweep that has only one singular fair value gap. And if there is, then I will look at the 1, 2, 3, or 5-minute chart and make sure there's no gaps sitting above me on those time frame, because if I have a 5-minute gap, even if I inverse a 3-minute gap and I still have a 5-minute gap above me, I cannot take the trade. So right here, let's say in this case I swept this low and the highest gap inside this range was the 3-minute. So I could trust the fact that the sellers were located inside this gap. So if we were going to close above them, it was going to be a good trade because we're going to see the squeeze. What is this? You know, this wick here, this wick is called covering, which is what I already showed you guys. But one thing, guys, that I like about this setup, three things. All right. So first thing being that you can't close a singular handle below the sell side liquidity level. What does that mean? It means that buyers are super strong. Okay, that's first. You can't close a singular handle below that sell side. Second thing is that this is the cleanest kind of inverse you can get, which is an inverse that happens on the 4th candle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4th candle displaces, rips through that fair value gap. So this is a really, really good, entry model in terms of order flow. The last thing was that why was it good? Because it was during a new 15-minute candle open. So we went and see the open low, and then we started to trade back above the opening price right here. So even if we were in longs pretty early, we could decide to not get out right now. We could decide to wait for the full 15-minute candle to close to take out our profits. All right, let's see here. In this case, like, it would have been the best thing to get out at the previous 15-minute high, that's for sure, which was here. So a little bit above where we took out profits. But yeah, it was a really good trade here. I'll take, what is it, 27. Take a quick scalp long. Scalp long back to the upside, 75%. Don't use 4-minute gaps. Depends. Not really, to be honest. Another quick scalp taken back in 2015. What is it? 2018. July 11th. Oh, one day before. I'm not gonna say it, but okay. That's not a bad trade here. 51, 3, 4, 5, 55. All right, I'm actually I'm starting to tweak when I backtest like this. I tweak. Wait, so boom, 55, 56. All right, it's not that good of a trade. I'll take this long here. A little bigger stop. Bigger, wider stop. Before your B-day. Oh, how did you know? Achum. Damn. That was not an easy one. But that held. Held pretty nicely though, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Bro, already took 3 trades on that day, bro. Just kidding. Just gonna go next day open. I'm gonna go RTH. I'll look if we can scalp an RTH gap. I wanna see. I wanna see if we're gonna get squeezed or not. Hell no. What time is it? I have my cam literally in front of us. So right here, 55, 55. This order block could be really strong. All right. $25th. Damn. That's cool. That's nice, bro. What time is it? 36? Shit. So rejecting that high has nothing to do with what I want to trade. Oof. Or what is this trend? Could possibly see a short if we hold. Nope. You don't hold. Damn. I wanted to take that scalp short, but back inside that 5-minute gap, that would be good. Like that's let's say you have a 5-minute gap below you, then after sweeping buy side, let's say you could trust the fact that this inverse would work better than in other cases where there's not, you know. And also here there's equal lows. What? Ooh. There's 3 and 5 at 3-minute. But that's good though. That's a good V signature right here. Like this is the strongest possible candlestick pattern ever. Oh, got wrecked. I can't find any trades, guys. I'm trying my best. Can't really enter on the limit order because the limit orders are bugged. Like that's one thing that's pissing me off. What is it? Buy here, stop loss, I'd say profit. Don't tell me we swept that buy side. Okay, no. Backtesting is pretty fun to do, but right here, like I'm not, like basically what I'm doing right now is I use everything I know, which is what I do when I trade live. Not really, I just select the best possible setup I know, but let's say here, when I'm backtesting right now, like I'm taking everything that I possibly know in terms of technical analysis. But that's pretty dangerous doing that, by the way. Doing that is so dangerous. So right here, that is pretty good. That is a pretty strong breaker right here. If I can pull back to it, I'll be in shorts. I'll be in shorts. Yeah, I'll be in shorts right here. In shorts. That's because I couldn't enter on the limit order, and that's on God. Because I wanted to enter here, having my stop loss like right there, and take profit this low. But yeah. Because thing is, look, if I go orders and then I put advanced orders, let's say when I put the limit order, basically, like it puts a random order every time on my chart, and I hate it. That looks like a bank holiday. Wait, okay, that's 9:30. I'm talking shit. Ooh, that's not bad. Ooh, okay, that's not bad for shorts. 2 well, most likely started to go down right here. Yeah, but couldn't really take it. Damn. Alright, that's the open low. If we catch it, we could be in a really good long. Could be in a really good long. Just go long here. Stop loss right below this level. That's a guy on YouTube. Stop loss right below this level. Oh my god, I got smacked. Alright, I'm gonna start trying for real. As soon as I take inversion plays, I'm getting cooked. Wait. Yeah, it's gonna hold. It's gonna hold, guys. Bruh. I can take out more. I'm just gonna take it out here. Yeah. Ramen what? Yeah. Alright, two more trades. Oh, that doesn't look bad, I'm not gonna lie. 42. Alright guys, I'm gonna get in here, possibly get in shorts and jorts. Alright, possibly. That could be bad though. Ooh, type shit. Alright. But yeah, I use basically everything I know. Like literally taking every possible scalp, but that doesn't go is exactly like this every time. That was like possibly good market conditions, but usually what you'll see is that if you mix too many setups together, then one of them could be in a win streak, one of them could be in a loss streak, and you wouldn't be able to take advantage of the winning streak of that certain system if you totally, trade. Let's say you trade inverse on a system, and then you trade, let's say another theory on another system, and you take both trades with the same accounts. Chances are, if there's one strategy that is not doing well, you will be break even and you will not see any profits. So yeah, that's why I don't like to mix my stuff too much. But you guys see, like, let's say I go in my journal. Wait, I'll make sure that 2 seconds, guys, because I don't want to show too much. But I'll go in my journal and you guys will see. But basically, like, you don't need to trade more. Okay, you will understand what I mean. You don't need to trade more to make a decent amount. You only need to, trade. Oh shit, it already appeared. GG's. Alright, I wanted to hide it, but yeah, like you see right here. Let's say this is my my Tradeify. Alright. My Tradeify, journal. So boom. What happened was that I didn't take a trade on Monday. Alright, that's pretty good. Took a trade on Tuesday. Was a really good trade. Then Wednesday, there was a possible trade to take. Alright, there was a possible trade to take for me, but there was something that was slightly wrong about the trade. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take it today. I am just going to wait for the next A plus setup and I'm going to enter full size. That's just what I'm going to do. I prefer taking 8 A plus setups in a month that I risk, let's say 900, or let's say in those accounts, I would risk 1,500. I rather take less trades, but, um, be more heavy on those good trades than taking small scalps here and there, and ending the day break even, or ending the month break even. It's always that. uh, I think over trading is just a huge part of people's bad habits. 100%. 100%. Like, just say to yourself, like, there is not a good opportunity every single day in the market. That is just true. Why would you engage with your full size every single trade if there's not a good opportunity? You know, I think too many people take trades that just look good too much. It's like, oh, let's say this is your certain strategy. You have all the things nailed down. You have the data. Because this is undeniable that some people have edge. I know it. I know that some people just have really good strategies and know what they're doing. But if you're still not making money, at some point, you have to look back and see, okay, am I only trading my strategy, or am I taking trades that are not from my plan? Where do I go wrong? And I really think this is one big aspect, like the frequency of trades. So many people are just focused on that, because basically what the frequency does is that it makes you feel like you're an actual trader. Let's say you take 20 trades in a day, like you feel accomplished, because since you want to be a full-time trader, then you're you're actually doing something. You're clicking buttons and you're getting paid for it. But let's say with my approach, I take like 2 trades a week, 3 trades a week. That is like such a passive way that some people would not even feel satisfied doing that, because they would rather feel like a day trader. You know what I mean? So like the frequency of trades, in my opinion, just have nothing to do with your profitability. Make sure you know that. That's 100%. And yeah, so I think focusing on the right stuff is crucial. Like imagine, let's say you're trading inversions. Let's say you only took the 10 best possible setups every single month. Like, of course, there is possibly like 1 or 2 trades a day, let's say inverse wise. Imagine if you took, if you took 12 trades in a month, 10 trades in a month, how far would you go? That French accent is there, brother. Like, what is that comment? Yo, now we got a beef, bro. Monsif, we got a beef. Trying my best in English, bro. Tell me I'm good. Don't tell me I have an accent. If you can understand me, then I'm good. I don't really mind. Just joking. Stop it, you're hitting my heart. But yeah, that's really it. Like, you'll see at the end of the month, or when I show my journal every single time, it's like, it's always the same thing. It's like, let's say I lose 2-3 times in a row, but then you'll look back and you're gonna say like, damn, he actually never settled for a trade less than an A plus. Because I used to do that, and let's say even like 4 or 5 months ago, I still did that in a few times, and you will, at a certain point, when you have a low frequency, and basically, let's say you have a low frequency, then you go in a loss streak. That is the psychological demon that you will have to face. Because basically, if you have low frequency, then you need to win, actually. Because if you take only 7 trades per month, then you should get rewarded for your patience. And if you don't, then that will be hard to accept. I appreciate y'all. I'm just joking, guys. I don't take anything personal. I know I have an accent. It's not that deep. My main language is French, and yeah. And I wouldn't be searching my words so much if I was talking in French. That's 100%. I would be even like 5 times better if I was speaking French. That's for sure. But yeah, so yeah, if I have, because I have to go right now, but if I have one thing to say, guys, is lower the amount of trades you take every week at the end of the week. So Saturday or Sunday. I rather Sunday, Saturday just take it slow, take it easy. But Saturday, you sit in your desk and you look back at all the trades you took, but then you look back at all the trade that were A plus, that had the most confluences, etc., and then you'll see at the end of the month, if you only took those trades, you would have been up more R's or more percentage than if you took, let's say, those 25, 30 trades in a month. So let's say it will not affect you that much if you take 4 trades a week, 3 trades a week. It's really good. I think it's the best approach. Really. I really think that if you take 4 trades a day or like 3 trades a day, guys, like I really don't think you can have an edge long term with that. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure of that. If you take 3-4 trades a day, every single day for a whole year, for like 5 years, you will experience market conditions that are so rough, and you will give back all your profits because of the amount of trades you take in a day. Like sometimes, basically, like, why do I have a low frequency is because of the conditions that my trades have to need to meet in order for me to take them. I demand so much from the setup that it don't show up every single day. So it means that if you take 4 trades a day, there is a possibility of you adding a rule to that system or to that strategy to make it in a way that it is a little bit more higher probable, since it has less trades. That's just the basics of statistics. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all for showing up again, even if it was super quick. Not really something that was planned, since it was bank holiday. I decided to take a trade, ended up working in my favor. I trailed pretty quick. You guys will see in the recording. So I thank you guys so much for showing up, showing love. I will do a giveaway next week, that's for sure. The week after, big giveaways coming, hopefully. If you want to try out a prop firm, or trade your strategy with a prop firm, you guys know that you should go with Tradeify. You don't need to pass any evals, straight to sim funded accounts, and you will get rewarded day one. All right, never denied a singular payout. They have one of the most amount of payouts in like a year in Payout Junction. This is a really good firm, guys. I'm telling y'all, code AMOS for the highest discount. Appreciate you guys so much.